Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, March 8th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. I hope you had a fantastic weekend. The weather cooperated, and it looks like it might be some good biking weather a little bit later on this week. I'll have to get out the bicycle. It hasn't been out in about a month or two. But we'll let George fill you in on all those details. It is a new week, so let's get right into it. A couple of police items from Friday. On Friday morning, police were called to the Royal Farm Store on Mountain Road in Pasadena for an alarm. They arrived to find the ATM missing. A witness tipped them off, and here's where it gets all Dukes of Hazzardy. Police attempted to pull over a suspected van. It stops when the driver bails out and hops into a Ford Taurus that just rolled up next to the van, and the Ford Taurus takes off down Mountain Road, never to be seen again. Police did pursue it, but they were not able to find it. They have no physical description of the suspects other than they were wearing masks and dark clothing. No race, no gender, no physical description. The good news is they got the ATM. It was in the van. And if anyone knows anything, 410-222-6145 is the number, but I'm not holding my breath that one's going to be solved. Back in June of 2020, police began an investigation for a child porn complaint against a man who lived in the 1000 block of Tudor Drive in Crownsville. This played out as usual. They searched the home in July of 2020, seized electronics for analysis, and the results confirmed child pornography. They did recover, get this, 18,000 images. They obtained an arrest warrant, but the suspect had fled the state in an attempt to elude the police. Well, it did not work. The U.S. Marshal's Office found him holed up in a motel room in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He was arrested without incident and is being held for extradition and will likely have more charges tacked on once the child pornography charges are filed. All right, let's get out of that nasty stuff and talk a little bit about COVID. It looks like another stimulus package is on the way. The Senate signed off on a modified bill that needs to pass through the House of Representatives on the way to President Biden's desk. Everybody seems to think that this will happen very quickly without any glitches. It's a $1.9 trillion bill with a lot of assistance in there, but the main parts that you need to be concerned about are a $1,400 stimulus payment to those making $75,000 or less as an individual, or families making less than $150,000. It will also provide that same payment for any dependents. I understand that college kids may also be included with this one as well, but I did not see that specific in the bill. The $300 a week boost to unemployment is going to be extended through September 6th, and this is big. To avert a tax surprise, the first $10,200 of unemployment will be tax-free. So you may want to hold off a bit on filing that 2020 tax return. There will be a greater subsidy on Obamacare premiums, and they will also pick up 100% of the premiums for those that are continuing their health insurance under COBRA. Unfortunately, the federal minimum wage hike to $15 an hour, that one didn't make the cut. A little closer to home, well, a lot closer to home. Anne Arundel Medical Center, who I now see is referring to themselves as LHAAMC for Luminous Health Anne Arundel Medical Center, is relaxing their visitation policy. Now, up to 2 visitors are allowed from noon to 8 p.m. Of course, you need to wear your mask, maintain your social distancing, and they do require you to wash your hands while you're in the facility. I'm not sure I like that new longer name. The jury's still out on that one. One of my favorite nights is historic Annapolis' Annapolis by Candlelight, which did not happen this past December. It was scheduled to be held virtually in February, but filming of the homes was actually thwarted by the COVID spike. Now it is all in the can, and you can tour some of the grand homes from the comfort of your couch and support historic Annapolis all at one shot. Virtual tours are going to begin on April 23rd and go through May 7th only. The homes to be included will be Acton Hall, Whitehall, McDowell Hall, the Patrick Cray House, Primrose Hill. Tickets are only $35, $30 if you're a member of Historic Annapolis, and they do have a special that if you want to become a member for a year, it's $100 and they will include the tour. And actually, that's a pretty good deal. You can get all the information at annapolis.org. That's the place to go. You can get the info and the tickets. Hey, all of you Marie Kondo fans out there, no, hang on, she's not coming to town, but apparently the next best thing is. The Container Store is coming to the space that used to be Lord & Taylor over at the Annapolis Mall. They are currently hiring all sorts of full and part-time staff, and for right now, the opening is scheduled for May 22nd. Best thing is to go to eyeonannapolis.net, check it out. We do have a direct link to the application page where you can apply for a position if you're interested. So now, get ready and get organizing. Finally, I hope you're enjoying the Shamrock Stroll that is going on at all of your favorite local watering holes this month through the 31st, and the inaugural Annapolis Oyster Fest. Be sure you give a listen to the bonus podcast we dropped last Friday with Erik Evans on the fest, and also Restaurant Week, which is coming up. We will have some giveaways, so you want to stay tuned for that. And we are still rolling with our local business spotlight series, so make sure you give them a listen. Saturday, we had Annapolis Woodcrafters, and up this week, Quantum Sales for all you blowboaters. A quick thank you to the sponsors of the Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services up in Millersville, and to the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster company. It is Monday, so of course we have Alsina from CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. And, like always, George Young is here from DC Mdva Weather with your locally forecast weather. George, Ann, and the rest are coming up in just about 60 seconds.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services, with your Clean Energy Minute. Does your home experience power outages? Or maybe you're concerned about energy resilience in general? If so, that's another great reason to consider clean, quiet solar-powered energy with battery backup. You may have heard residential solar adoption has rapidly increased during the pandemic for multiple reasons, and many homeowners, like yourself, are adding battery backup and electric vehicle charging to their solar projects. And with Maryland's residential energy storage income tax credit, along with the federal tax credit for batteries when paired with solar, the economics are quite compelling, and that secure feeling is even better. So whether you're looking for clean energy, energy resilience, or overall peace of mind with solar energy, we can help. To schedule a free solar design, call us today at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net. But hurry, sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DC Mdva Weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DC Mdva Weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DC Mdva Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, March 8th. It was a sunny but cool weekend as expected for the Annapolis region, but the week ahead gets much better with continuing sunshine and warmer temps. Look for PM highs today in the 45 to 51 degree range before sunny 60s Tuesday and Wednesday, followed by more sunshine Thursday and Friday with highs 65 to 72 degrees each day, ahead of more sun and 50s or 60s for the weekend. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC Mdva Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DC Mdva Weather in the Apple or Google App Store, and also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day by visiting dcmdvaweather.com. So you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long & Foster company.
So maybe you've heard by now, the real estate market is hot. Actually, on fire might be a better term. And if you've been thinking about changing your address lately, but need to get your house market ready, here are a few simple tips to make your house shine. Clear the clutter. Basically making your house look like no one lives there when you still live there. Removing everything from kitchen and bathroom countertops is a great start. Give your house a deep clean. We're not just talking about a simple dust and vacuum. Think of this as detailing your house. Get into those hard-to-reach places, especially in the rooms buyers will focus on, like the kitchen and bathrooms, and power wash the outside walkways and decks. A fresh coat of paint can go a long way. Light gray and white trim is a safe choice. And finally, talk to us. The Kristi Neidhardt Team can help you find things you might not notice around your house that can make a huge difference in your sale price.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. Last week, we had some good news with the February jobs report showing an above-expected increase in jobs. We also saw Treasury yields, or the amount of income earned from a Treasury bond, increase to about 1.6%. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell eased fears of increasing interest rates a bit by suggesting that the Fed will remain patient and not rush to increase rates. Overall, the market was down last week, but started to rebound on Friday. And with all this volatility, people are looking at things besides stocks. I continue to get questions about Bitcoin, a type of cryptocurrency. First, some history and explanations. In 2008, an anonymous author wrote a white paper under the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto, outlining a new type of currency that was not under the control of a central bank or government. The supply of a cryptocurrency is finite, unlike our normal monetary supply. There are a number of cryptocurrencies available, but for discussion purposes, we will focus on Bitcoin, the oldest and largest cryptocurrency. It was launched in 2009. Bitcoins are created through mining, solving complex mathematical computations that are added to a blockchain, a sort of ledger or list of transactions stored on the internet. There are a total of 21 million Bitcoins that can be mined, and as of January, there are just over 2 million left to be mined. Unlike traditional currency, cryptocurrency is completely untraceable. That's great if you're doing something illegal. Not so great if you're trying to track down criminals. Assuming you're on the legitimate side of things, you store your Bitcoins in a digital wallet and transfer payment using your password. If you lose your password, you lose your wallet. Right now, about 20% of all Bitcoin has been permanently lost due to lost passwords. And once a transaction is made, there is no way to dispute the transaction as you can with a credit card. Further, if you use Bitcoin to pay for something, that's treated as the sale of an asset by Uncle Sam. For example, you invested $10,000 in Bitcoin and it's now worth $15,000. When you go to buy your Tesla, that's not treated the same as buying it with cash. You'll report the sale of $15,000 in Bitcoins and pay capital gains taxes on the $5,000 of gains. If you're thinking of Bitcoin as an investment and not a payment system or currency, remember that it has no intrinsic value like a stock or bond. It has value because people say it has value, much like gold or silver. It doesn't create value, pay interest, or generate a profit. In 2020, the daily swings of Bitcoin were greater than the market as a whole in 2008, the market's most volatile year on record. At this point, investing in cryptocurrency is still highly speculative. A small piece of your overall portfolio is okay to gamble with, but I always recommend a diversified portfolio aligned with your goals for the majority of your holdings. Your action to take this week is to check your credit report. Go to annualcreditreport.com and review your reports. Confirm the accounts are correct and that you don't have any accounts or judgments against you that you were not aware of. A good credit score impacts your life in many ways, especially in the interest rates you'll pay. You can always find more information on our website at CovingtonAlsina.com. And for the month of March, we're donating $5 for every new like for our Facebook page to the Summit School, an independent school for children with dyslexia and other learning differences, up to $500. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. CovingtonAlsina and Great Valley Advisor Group are separate entities from LPL Financial. All performance reference is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. The opinions voiced in the show are for general information only and are not to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. Determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you. Consult with your attorney, accountant, and financial advisor or tax advisor prior to investing. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.